So I go to my previous screen. That's our first screen. When you click on that particular specifically new Android project, it will show me this. So you need to select the name of the application. Here you can select the project location where you want to save that particular project. Okay, and here we have the company domain. That is the package name. You know about the Android Java programming. So in the Java we have those packages names. Okay, so that is our package's name. Remember that whenever you want to upload, you want to deploy, you want that this particular application should be available on the Google Play Store, then this particular package name should be unique among all the applications which are available on that Google Play. Okay, so what we can do here, so what is the name of this particular project? UX UI. And then we talk about the menu call.ac.nz. Maybe we can say that this is the digital technologies. Yeah, this department is digital technologies. So I say that uxui.dt.menucall.ac.nz. So that is will become the name of our. Also, it will add that particular application name in it. So let's see when it come out. So that's the company domain that we're talking about. Then we have multiple things. We have the phone tablets. We want to create an application for the watch, for the TV, for the Android Auto, and for Android things. Okay, so for which specific application, or you can have multiple, like I want to create an application which will work for the phone, which will also work for the TV and the watch as well. I can do that, but right now we are only interested in the phone and tablet, number one thing. And the number two thing, we need to select a target API, or what we can say that the lowest operating system of Android that will be supported by your application. If an app mobile which is running the Android version 5 or the API 21, your application will not work on that. Only for the Android phones which has the Android version 5.1 or later, they will be able to run your application. So that is the purpose of the Android as target SDK. So if, for example, we have 28, if we select 28, so look at that. It has said that your application, it will be work less than 1% of devices. If you are not using the very latest features like what you can say that the virtual reality or something, then you should give something. Like if I go back to 22 API 22 version Android 5.1, then 80% of the Android mobile devices can run my application. So that's a huge amount of users we're talking about. Okay, so that is our target API that we need to select. Okay, in that particular. From next, we have the built-in screens. You know, that one screen that you see on your phone, that is our screen. So here we have the basic screen, bottom navigation. Here you can have the navigator like the menus on the bottom side. We also have, if you want to develop an activity or you want to develop a screen which has the maps on it, you can select this one, or login activity, or the Google Add Mobiles full screen activity, and so on. So we have multiple built-in templates of those screens, but right now we will select the empty without anything, because we want to learn how we can develop all those things. So we will select the empty one, and then we have to name that particular screen. Here you can say that first screen. In the Android Studio, we call them activities, not the screens. Okay, so we can say that first activity. And in the Android system, Android system, we have a class activity which has been developed by the Android which is available, and our this first activity will actually extend that activity class. So it will have all the functionality of that particular screen or the activity. And again, look, we have two, it will generate two files. One is a generate layout. If I say don't generate layout file, it will remove the name of that one. If I say only this thing, it will only create a Java file, .java file for that particular activity, for that particular. But when I say that create a layout file, it will take all those first and activity underscore first. It will create an XML file. What is that? I will show you soon once we are created that particular project, and I will show you. It will create two files. One is the Java file, that is a coding, programming, and one is the layout file which is related to your user interface, how your application, how your screen is going to look like. Okay, Java file will help us to develop all those user experiences. If we have put a button on the screen, when the user will click on that button, what will happen, that we will define in the Java code or in the programming. But how that button will look like on the screen, that we will define in the layout file that we are generating here. Okay, so when I click on the finish button, actually it will create my project. And create those files as well, which we have talked. Two files, one is the Java code file and the other one is the layout file. That will help us to define all those user interfaces. So look at that. It actually opened both of the files. We have this Java file, and on the other side we have this XML file. So look at that. This layout file is actually like this. This is a design view of that particular XML file. Design view. Look, we have this particular text view. We also have the button. We can click on it and drag the button here. We can also have the image view, and it asks me that, do you want me to do something? Maybe I can just try to put something here. Project. Okay. Yep. Give me this thing here. So look at that. When I put that particular image view here, it asks me which image you want to show in that particular specific image view. We can add that particular, like increase the size of that one. We have the button. If we look at that on that side, we have a long list. We have buttons. We have different type of buttons: image button, check boxes, radio buttons. You can try to drag and drop here a lot of things. Again, because it is an image button, it's a button, but show an image on it. It will ask me which image you want to show on that particular, which I see that this one as well. So it will show me that particular image on it. So this is, I mean, you will say that this is a very bad design, but I'm just showing you that we have all those widgets, we have different views, layouts, containers, Google, and so on. So we have all those things which we can use and drag and drop here in that particular design view. Design view. Again, design view where you can play with visually. Now I will show you a different view. What is that? If you look at that, at the bottom we have a design and we have a text. If we click on that particular text, it will show me an XML file. Look at that. We have that particular text view. We have that particular button. We have an image view. We have a checkbox. We have an image button, and that is the. So we have multiple components. This is our main layout. The top tag, or we call it a layout. We call, in the technical terms of the Android, we say it's a view group. Why? Because it can group all those items that we have put into that particular. So this particular thing is the container. That's a view group which contains the text view, which contains the button, which contains the image view, which contains the text checkbox and image button. Understand? So that particular container layout, which is the topmost tag of your XML file. And remember one more thing, that at most we can at the top we have only one tag. What does that mean? If I just try to remove all those things here, if I change, like delete all those buttons and everything, where's my okay, I just try to remove these things here. So this is our top level, starting and ending, starting that top level and starting and ending level. If I just say that I want to create another, like linear layout is also a view group. If I go back to design view, it will not show me anything. It does not accept actually. So we can say that width, linear layout. Okay, I need to have those strings here as well. Okay. So I just want to tell you that we cannot have two containers, two view groups at the top level. Yes, I can have, like inside this view container, this view group, I can also have a linear layout. Wrap content. Inside, yes, but at the same level, we can't have. At the top level, only one view group will be there, and inside we can have multiple view groups. Do you understand my point or not? I don't think so.
Yeah. What you're trying to say is that you can't have the same layer.
Like this room is a view group. Everything is inside. Can we have another?
No.
I mean, of course, at this particular level, we have multiple rooms. But when we talk about one screen, when we talk about one activity, in that we can only have one room. Yes, inside the room we can have another room, but we can't say that we have a room 1, room 2 at the same level. View group 1, view group 2 at the same level. No. Yes, under that another view group, that's possible. Is it fine or no? I don't think so. Okay, so what we can do, where is my stop button for that video? No? Is it recording? Huh? It should be. In my opinion, it should be recording. Let me see. Because we have increased a lot of things, so it's something is. Don't tell me that it is not recording at all. Yeah, it is recording. So I just